This is a graphic novel like no other. Back in the day in Gotham City, there arose from the wrong side of the tracks a superhero who became the most powerful man on Earth, the Trumpster. He had lots of enemies, but the most feared of all was Rocket Man. His nuclear bombs got bigger, his missiles kept on getting closer and closer to the mainland USA. Last year, the Trumpster hit out.
We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
But Rocket Man wasn't backing down, telling the Trumpster, rather than frightening or stopping me, that the path I chose is correct, and that is the one I have to follow to the last. The Trumpster retaliated, sick puppy, obviously a madman. Rocket Man fired back that the Trumpster was a mentally deranged US dotard. Suddenly this year, hopes for peace started to grow. Rocket Man met his counterpart on the Korean Peninsula from across the DMZ. There was talk of a powwow between the two superheroes. Now, Rocket Man doesn't want to give up his nukes or his rockets. Tonight, the Trumpster risks looking like he's been played for a fool. The driver for North Korea's change of direction were comments made by Trump's box-fresh national security advisor, John Bolton.
I think we're looking at the Libya model of 2003, 2004. We're also looking at what North Korea itself has committed to previously.
What Bolton didn't spell out was how the Libyan model ended up for its ruler. But the North Koreans are all too well aware of Gaddafi's end. In an angry statement, North Korea's Vice Foreign Minister said it is absolutely absurd to dare compare the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, a nuclear weapons state, to Libya. On Mr. Bolton, he did not hold back. We do not hide our feelings of repugnance towards him.
John Bolton was being the opposite of diplomatic. He wasn't trying to be diplomatic. He was trying to ensure that the summit would fail.
As you'd expect from the world's most totalitarian state, the North Koreans are much better at message discipline. But they have conflicting policy goals too.
I think it's really hard to predict these things. But I do think that there are some big benefits in getting rid of nuclear weapons for North Korea. There'll be sanctions being lifted, there'll be a new relationship with the United States, there'll be a new relationship with South Korea. It'll be much easier for China. There are some big wins for them if they can pull it off.
War in the next 6 months is probably in the area of 25%. I still think there's a probability that the summit will get back on track. Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, wants it to. President Trump wants it to. Bolton, I don't think, does. So probably it'll get back on track, but we're in a dangerous situation.
Michael D'Antonio has written a biography of Donald Trump.
I think Donald Trump's view of the world was formed in the 1950s during his childhood and shaped in many ways by comic books and superheroes. In his mind, he is the primary character moving world history. So Kim would be Rocket Man, the president would consider himself to be a kind of Superman, and in a way this dynamic may work out for both of them.
There's some black comedy in the clash between Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un, two characters who could have been drawn for each other. But the ending could get so much darker.